Contenders. I'm your host, Young. Thank you for joining us. Well, there are many different kinds of halls of fame for many fields for people who excel. And as you know, we had a new entry into the Contenders Hall of Fame last week with the Otae team's 7th win in a row. We have 5 teams so far who've gone into the list. We start afresh today. Let's welcome today's contenders onto the stage. Thank you for joining us. We have the Usher team, In-suk and Park Sun-jin. It's good to see you on our stage. You are friends and you study together at the university. Now, you have an interesting reason for picking Usher as your team name.
We like the R&B singer Usher, so that's why we chose the name.
Do you have a favorite song?
You Remind Me Of, or Separated.
Ah, I see. Well, good luck to you. Thank you for joining us. Now, going against the Usher team, we have the Hayjay team, Bang Jae-gyu and Shim Hae-jung. You got your Hayjay team name from the first syllable of each of your names, Jae-gyu and Hae-jung. It's nice to see you guys. You guys are a married couple. You've been married for 5 years. And so, well, if you guys win, I'm sure you'll travel together. How far do you want to go?
7 weeks in a row. Wow. Isn't that every contender's hope?
7 wins in a row, all the way to Europe.
That's right.
Okay, well, good luck to all of you today. And now let's begin the quiz.
Okay, thanks.
Now, in our first section, we give you 10 multiple choice questions, and of course, you know basically the rules so far. We stop only when you get an answer wrong, and you get the sum of points up to that point. If you're not sure about a certain question, you can call out chance, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And hopefully, you'll get all 10 questions correct, because then we get to give you 50 bonus points. Hopefully, both teams will get the 50 bonus points today. Usher team, please choose among question sets Q, U, I, and Z.
You,
please.
You? Okay, we go with question set U, number 1. Of the following, which is a men's clothing item traditionally? 1, full-length dress. 2, skirt. 3, tuxedo. 4, tank top.
Number 3, tuxedo.
With modern changes in fashion, we've seen men wear skirts or men with tank tops and et cetera, Women wear tuxedos, but we went with the traditional, and you got that right. How do you find the question so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty easy, right? And we go on to question number 2. Of the following, which is a sport that requires a snow-covered surface? 1, ice dancing. 2, cross-country skiing. 3, short track skating. 4, ice hockey.
Number 2, cross-country skiing.
And we go to question 3. Of the following, which country is the orphan girl Hayjay from? 1, Germany. 2, Canada. 3, China. 4, Switzerland.
Number 4.
Switzerland.
Yes. Hayjay is Swiss. And you have not used chance yet, and we go to question number 4. Of the following, which is an incorrect connection between a city and its river? 1, Madrid, the Tiber. 2, Paris, Seine. 3, London, Thames. 4, Seoul, Hangang.
Number 1.
That's true. And of course, the Tiber flows through Rome. And we go to question number 5. Of the following aquatic mammals, which is the most completely adapted to life in water? 1, whale. 2, otter. 3, seal. 4, platypus.
Number 1.
That is correct. And of course, this last, the whale lives totally submerged in the water. And we go to question 6. Of the following, what does the term wavetable synthesis relate to? 1, video. 2, memory. 3, CD-ROM. 4, sound. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
Chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And what would you like to do, Usher? Make a choice.
Number 4.
Very good. Usher, you didn't look like you were very sure about your answer. It was a guess?
Yeah.
Lucky guess. And we go to question 7. Of the following, when taking the Hippocratic Oath, by which Greek healing god does the oath taker swear? 1. Zeus, 2. Aphrodite, 3. Hermes, and 4. Apollo.
Number 2.
Actually, Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and Apollo is the god by which we have the Hippocratic Oath. You end the section with 60 points. And Hayjay, which question set would you like to have?
Q, please.
We go with question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which song was a colorful hit by Michael Jackson? 1. Blue and green, 2. Black or white, 3. Red and yellow, 4. Purple or pink.
Number 2.
Black and white.
Yes. Black or White was the title of the song, and we go to question 2. Of the following, which fruit can you eat without peeling? 1. Banana, 2. Pineapple, 3. Orange, 4. Apple.
Number 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Number 4.
Hayjay, you're a little nervous being on stage, yes?
Getting nervous.
It's the first time with an audience behind you, and it is pretty nerve-wracking, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. We go to question number 3. Of the following, in which country do you drive on the right side of the road? 1. France, 2. Japan, 3. India, 4. England.
Right. Number 1, France.
And we go to question number 4. Of the following, what happens to mass during a chemical reaction? 1. Sometimes changes, 2. Always changes, 3. Remains the same, 4. Increases. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
All right, 50-50, please.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And make your final selection, please, Hayjay.
All right, we'll take number 4, increase.
The mass remains the same. You end this section with 30 points, but we have a lot of the quiz to go so far.
Yes.
And of course, you know, with this special game where we both start out afresh, you will both make it to the finals. Of course, you will carry on the points that you have in the first section onto the finals. Hayjay, you are behind at 30 points, and Usher, you're ahead at 60. The second section is where we test how well you work together by giving you a list of words in a pre-chosen category. You get 100 seconds, and of course, you're not to use any words we give you on the board. Usher, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And Usher, you picked your category to be queen.
Yes.
And so is that the queen who sits on the throne, or?
The group.
Yes, it's the rock group, right?
Yeah.
Is it a favorite of yours?
Yes. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see. We'll see if that's on the list. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go.
Oh, F.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury is from Britain. So he's
Sarah Pusara.
Freddie Mercury is from Britain. So he is. My favorite song, W.
We Are the Champions.
B. The song favorite.
We can.
Famous song B.
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 불러봐.
The most famous
아,
song.
보헤미안 랩소디.
The guitarist.
John May. Brian May.
Right. Your favorite song, L.
Love of My Life.
Yeah. Pass. My favorite song, W.
We'll Rock You.
Freddie was born in
Farrah Fawcett.
Z.
Zanzibar.
pass please. Bassist, J.
Roger Taylor. John Deacon.
Famous chorus, R.
Radio Gaga.
Pass. A Night at the Opera, the movie.
Wayne's World.
New Orleans.
Jazz.
Freddie got this award.
Ivan Novello.
You did a great job with this section. You passed on a few songs, but you also passed on the place where they performed their rock concert, Wembley Stadium, which is pretty famous. And we also have songs that you passed on. Another one, Bites the Dust, The Great Pretender, is actually, and an album title, Innuendo. But you got most of the words. You did a great job. You end the section with 180 points. Congratulations. And Hayjay, if you are ready, please take your position next to me. Now, Hayjay, I know that you are in music.
Yes,
you
right.
work in the field, and you chose Elvis as your pre-chosen category.
Yeah, that's right.
Why?
Because he introduced the rock music to the world, and I think he still makes money.
Yeah.
So that's why I choose Elvis.
I see. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Go.
Pets. His second hometown.
Memphis.
That's right. He's the other man, Queen and what? He's a
King.
That's right. And his first movie.
Love Me Tender.
And his daughter.
Lisa Marie.
And it's a casino movie, gambling movie.
Viva Las Vegas.
That's right. Pass. He was born like he's another
Tupelo.
brother. No.
Mississippi.
His brother, the same time.
Garon.
No. The
Queen.
same time. Born at yeah. You ain't nothing but a.
Hound Dog.
Yeah. His job.
Truck driver.
Yeah. Pass. He's the king of what?
Rock and roll.
Yeah. He's the first #1 song.
Heartbreak Hotel.
It's his state, hometown state.
Mississippi.
Yeah. Pass. It's an ocean movie. I said before. Ocean.
Blue Hawaii.
Yeah. His wife name.
Priscilla.
That's right. Pass. His first song.
That's All Right Mama.
That's right.
Hayjay, you narrowed the gap between your scores quite a bit with this section. You did a great job. You did pass on a few things, like the songs that he had, but you also passed on something else he's famous for, wearing those bell-bottom pants.
Yeah,
right?
bell-bottom.
The snug bell-bottoms that he wore, and the instrument he played, the guitar. Anyway, you end this section with 170 points. Usher, you are still ahead, 10 points with 180. And of course, this is a section that a lot of the audience waits for, where Kim Jun-sung comes out with the questions. Let's welcome him onto the stage. Hayjay did a great job of catching up, actually, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and a lot of musical categories. and a musical name, well, Usher's not a musical name, but the name of a singer, that I actually saw in person in LA. I saw him in person in LA, not at a concert, but I was buying a pair of shoes. And as you know, Usher's fashion isn't all like, you know, it's not this kind of clothes, but, you know, more casual wear. So I saw him at a sneaker store, and I was standing right behind him, and I thought, he looks like Usher, it can't be. So I moved to the side a little bit like this, you know, and I saw him from the side, and oh, that's Usher. But yeah, that was kind of neat. I just wish
Did you talk to him?
No, that would have been like not a very cool thing to do. So,
So you were just like peeking at him, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like,
what kind of shoes was he? Was he buying the same shoes you were buying?
no, I don't know exactly what he bought. I think he bought some socks or something. But you know what's really funny was that when I got to the counter, the storeman, the clerk, or whatever you call that guy, I asked him, hey, is that Usher? And he's like, yeah, he comes here every now and then. You know, like as if it's like no big deal, you know? He was acting all cool. I was like, what a loser. But anyways.
Okay. Anyways, what are the rules for this section?
All right, this next round is a round of 15 multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. And the first team that buzzes in can answer, okay? And if you get the answer wrong or cannot answer the question at all, then the question will go over to the other team. You have 5 seconds to answer. And when both teams cannot answer the question at all, then we will give you a spelling hint. And most importantly, wait for this lady to call out your name to answer the question.
That's right. You have to buzz in, and then I'll call out your names, and you will share your answer with us then. And so, if we're all ready, let's go with question number 1.
Okay, question number 1 is about a title. Director Brett Ratner is having tremendous difficulty trying to find the perfect actor to take over this role. This movie was made famous by Christopher Reeves, but he broke his neck in a horse riding accident in 1995. What is the title of this movie?
Hayjay. Hayjay.
Batman?
Usher.
Superman.
And as you know, the actor Christopher Reeve is actually making a great recovery from his accident. He actually has some sensation back in his body, so that's really good news. Okay, and we go on to question number 2.
Okay, number 2, city. Early this month, the 5th Winter Asian Games opened in Aomori, including this year. There have been 3 Winter Asian Games held in Japan and 2 in this city. This is the commercial center and capital of the Hokkaido Prefecture. What is the city in Japan?
It's in Hokkaido. Hayjay.
Sapporo?
Yes. And Hayjay, you remain 10 points behind, but since this is a 30-point question per, it means you might catch up with the next question. We'll see what happens. Let's have question 3.
Number 3 is about character. Last month, the World Economic Forum's annual summit was held in Davos, and a demonstration group dressed as this character appeared. The group maintains that the Trust Me announcement made by a multinational corporation is a lie. What is this wooden puppet character whose nose grows long when it's alive?
Hayjay.
Pinocchio.
And with that, Hayjay, you are in the lead, 230 versus Usher's 210 points. And Usher team, I want to remind you once again, only share your answer with us after I've called out your team name, okay? And we go to question 4.
Okay, question number 4 is about sport. Homer's account of the match between Ajax and Ulysses in the Iliad is one of the world's greatest stories about this sport. This is a sport in which 2 contestants fight each other using special holds, each trying to force the opponent's shoulder.
Usher. Usher?
Horse rider.
Horse racing.
Horse racing.
The chance to answer goes over to the Hayjay team, and please finish the question.
Each trying to force the opponent's shoulder onto a mat. What is this sport?
Hayjay, 5 seconds. Hayjay.
Judo?
Okay, why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? Hayjay.
Wrestling.
Yes. And let's go on to question 5.
Okay, question number 5 is about a writer. Old Possum's book of practical cats, written by this person, is actually the original story of the musical Cats. His best-known poem is The Wasteland, which starts off as April is the cruelest month. Who is this writer, one of the greatest poets of the 20th century?
This poet is someone I quoted actually in one of our Contenders introductions. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint?
T.S. Eliot.
Usher? Usher?
T.S. Eliot.
Very good. And of course, Usher, you are catching up. You're 20 points behind. I want to remind you once again, please only share your answer with us after you've been called out. Yes? Your team name has been called out.
They're
Thank
like,
you.
hey Jay, the answer is Usher. I mean, not Usher, whatever.
Yeah, T.S. Eliot.
I messed that up. I messed that joke up. All right, let's go.
And we go on to question number 6.
Question number 6 is about health. It has been claimed that this type of vitamin could help prevent former smokers from developing lung cancer. It may help restore the production of a protein which is believed to protect against the disease. This is a type of vitamin in vegetables and dairy products. Its deficiency leads to night blindness. What is this vitamin?
Usher?
Vitamin A.
Yes. And Usher, you have once again regained the lead, 270 versus Hayjay's 260. We'll see what happens with the next question. We go on to question number 7.
Okay, question number 7 is about weather. This weather phenomenon is back. It is caused by the periodic warming of the Pacific Ocean off the west coast of South America. Its name originates from Spanish, meaning the Christmas child, and is named as such because of the time of the year when the currents change. What is this?
Usher?
El Niño.
And we go to the next question.
Okay, question number 8 is about a company. According to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, this company generated the most U.S. patents in 2002, the 10th consecutive year that it led the world. It was awarded 3,288 patents, nearly doubling the output of the second most productive company. What is this company also called Big Blue?
Big Blue. Let's take a look at the spelling hint. Usher? Final answer?
IBM.
Hayjay?
IBM.
Yes. Usher, I'm sure you knew the answer, but, you know, momentarily it just slipped your mind, right? Yeah. Don't get nervous. It's okay. We're all having fun, right? And we go to question number 9.
Question number 9 is about a person. On February 19th, 1997, this person died at the age of 92. He was...
Usher?
Dong Xiaoping.
Good. And now we go on to question number 10.
Okay, question number 10 is about a country. This country's market court killed a 24-year ban on alcohol advertising. The decision was a blow to the government's efforts at maintaining its restrictive alcohol policy, which has been under pressure since the country joined the EU in 1995. What is the Scandinavian country?
The Scandinavian country. Let's take a look at the spelling hint. Usher?
Sweden.
And we go to question number 11.
Okay, question number 11 is about an animal. An animal named Alfred became a media phenomenon in Germany after newspapers reported the story of Alfred, which has lived in the bathtub since 1969. Animal rights activists demanded that it be returned to the wild. This is a long, thin fish, for example, an electric blank. What is this animal?
A long... Hayjay?
Eel.
Yes. And Hayjay, you are 40 points behind now. You are catching up, and we go to question number 12.
Question number 12 is about a structure. Last month, Cambodian demonstrators protested against comments from a Thai actress demanding the return of control over this historic site to Thailand. This 12th century stone structure in central Cambodia is the largest temple complex in the world. What is this Hindu temple complex?
Temple complex. Usher?
Angkor Temple.
Angkor what?
And we go to question number 13.
Okay, question number 13 is about color. Astronomers were excited by the discovery of a new shade of this color. British scientists say they have produced the blankest ever surface which is used to coat telescopes.
Usher.
Black.
That's right, and of course this blackest ever black improves the performance of the telescope. And of course, the coating is made of an alloy of nickel and phosphorus pitted with tiny curved craters which absorb light. And of course, we go on to question number 14 now.
Okay, question number 14 is about currency. The British government will rule on the euro by June. Chancellor Gordon Brown said the euro decision was the most difficult and most important that the UK will have faced in economic terms. What is the currency that is currently used in England?
Hayjay?
Found.
And we go on to the last question of this set.
Okay, number 15 is about economy. Ghana faces the difficult choice of developing its mining at the expense of the environment. This is a soft, heavy yellow metal that is highly valued and widely used to make jewelry.
Hayjay?
Gold.
Strong ending. This has been a close match so far. Hayjay, you are behind with 380 points, and Usher, you're ahead with 420 points. Now, this time, since we're starting afresh after the Ote team's 7 wins in a row, it means both teams will actually make it to the finals, and so we'll see you right after this. Our final stage, Usher team and Hayjay. You guys, of course, since this is the beginning, actually, of both teams, you guys both made it to the finals. And so we begin with the old score. Hayjay, 380 points, and Usher in the lead with 420 points. As you well know, this final category, we give you 5 sets of questions with 5 questions each. And they're worth 10 to 50 points. If you get a question correct, then it means that you can choose the next question. And if you get it wrong, the chance to answer will go over to your opponents. In this section, we don't give you any hint except the ones that we read out to you or we have read. So please pay close attention. And of course, you know the rule that you only share your answer with us after I've called out your team name. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what are our categories today?
This week's categories are meaningful numbers, brothers, animal movies, political mind, and work of art.
Pretty interesting categories, don't you think? Yeah?
Oh, was that a rhetorical question? Or?
Yeah. Well, no, it was actually a question.
Yeah, I think work of art will be an interesting one, yeah.
Now, I get to choose, and of course, I will go with meaningful numbers for 10 points. First found in print in 1911, triskaidekaphobia is a fairly new word. Napoleon, Mark Twain, Richard Wagner, and Franklin Roosevelt are some famous triskaidekaphobes. There are many theories about the origin. In medieval Christian countries, this number came to be considered unlucky because there were this number of people at the Last Supper of Christ. Triskaidekaphobia is, yes, Hayjay.
6.
Usher, it's your chance to answer and I'll finish the question. Triskaidekaphobia is a morbid fear of this number. What is this number, Usher? 5 seconds. Usher?
13.
Yes. There were 12 disciples plus Jesus, so there was 13 people. There were 13 people in the group. And Usher, you've got that question. And what would you like to choose next?
Brothers, 10 points.
Brothers for 10 points.
For 10 points, Children of Christian missionaries John Bottom Amram and Arlene Dunitz Jochebed had 5 children. The family moved often, traveling through Central and South America and adopting this surname to celebrate their new beginnings. The parents encouraged all the children to get into movies. Among them are River, who died in 1993, and Jokin, who appeared in the movie Gladiator. What is their surname?
The surname of this family that they adopted. Remember the actors River and I think it's Joaquin, isn't it?
Is it Joaquin?
Yeah. Hayjay.
Crow.
Usher, 5 seconds. Usher?
Phoenix.
And of course, this is also the bird that arose anew from its ashes, so it's got everlasting life. So, Usher, you get to choose.
Brothers, 420.
Brothers for 20 points.
Okay, for 20 points. Last month, this group's greatest hits album has gone back into UK top 10. Singer Robin said the death of his twin brother Maurice means the end of this group.
Hayjay.
Bee Gees?
Yes. And of course, Maurice passed away due to a heart attack on January 12th. And of course, the Bee Gees is a British rock band made up of 3 brothers of the Gibb family. Hayjay, since this was your field, this was a question that was meant for you probably. You're doing a good job catching up. You're 40 points behind, and you get to choose.
Our brothers for 30, please.
Staying in the same category, brothers for 30 points.
For 30 points. Last month, Nintendo revealed that its Game Boy Advance lineup for 2003 would include this character's Advance 4. In 1981, Shigeru Miyamoto created this character for a game called Donkey Kong. Originally known as Jumpman, he was given this moniker name when the game was released in the US. He is a plumber, and along with his brother Luigi, they protect the Mushroom Kingdom. What is the name of this character?
The character of this game, his brother Luigi. Usher.
Mario.
Yes. We would have taken Super Mario as well. And Usher, you're increasing your lead. You get to choose.
Meaningful numbers, 420.
Meaningful numbers for 20 points. In the book of Revelations, the cryptic number 666 identifies the Antichrist. The Antichrist is presented as this Roman ruler whose name is written in its 7 Hebrew consonants. If you convert the alphabets of his name to numbers, it will add up to 666. He erected a colossal gilded image of himself in the palace, which he constructed in the area cleared by the terrible fire of Rome, which he blamed on the Christians. Hayjay?
Nero?
And of course, Nero is the Roman emperor, and Hayjay, you get to choose.
Meaningful numbers for 30 points, please.
Meaningful numbers for 30 points. How would you grasp the notion of 10 multiplied 52 times? In Buddhist scriptures, this is compared to the grains of sand in this river. This is because it signifies a countless number. Buddhists believe that Buddha was born by this river, and it is also where his disciples gathered. Hayjay.
Ganges rivers, right?
Yes, the Ganges. And in Hindu ideology, bathing in the river is supposed to wash away one's sins, and the river's water is used extensively in rituals. And of course, the Ganges is in India, named after the Hindu goddess. You're catching up, Hayjay. You're only 20 points behind now, and you get to choose.
Okay. Meaningful numbers for 40 points, please.
Staying in the same category, meaningful numbers for 40 points. In China, 3 numbers, including this, are considered lucky because its homophones have auspicious meanings. Thus, numbers ending with these 3 digits are favorites, for example, when it comes to choosing phone numbers and car license tags. This number was originally deemed auspicious by the Cantonese because it reads the same as the word that means to make a great fortune in the near future. What is this lucky number? Usher?
7.
No, Hayjay, 5 seconds. Hayjay?
2.
There are 3 lucky numbers in China. There's this number, 6, and 9. Okay. Usher.
3.
Hayjay, 5 seconds.
What?
Hayjay.
7.
No, that was the first answer that they gave. Actually, the lucky number that we're going for is 8.
8.
The Chinese consider 6, 9, and 8 lucky because of the way they sound when you say them. And
Ask me how you say it in Cantonese.
how do you say it in Cantonese?
Bat.
Bat?
Yeah. How do you say it in Mandarin?
How do you say it in Mandarin?
Ba.
Ba. Ba and bat. Okay. Learning Chinese today. That's nice.
Yeah. Just
And-
learn the number 8.
And I get to choose, and I'll go with animal movies for 10 points. Because these animals grow so fast, 48 were used during the filming. A makeup artist added a toupee and eyelashes to each. Hayjay.
Stuart Little?
Usher, it's your chance to answer, and I will finish the question. A makeup artist added a toupee and eyelashes to each, and computer digitization manipulated pictures of the snout to make this animal appear to talk. The talking animal is a combination of real animals plus an animatronic double. In the film, this animal, raised by sheepdogs, learns to herd sheep. Not a dog, his name is Babe. What is this animal? Usher, 5 seconds. Usher.
Pig.
That was pretty easy. And Usher, you get to choose.
Animal movies for 20.
Animal movies for 20 points. In this film, there's a joke at Mel Gibson's expense. Bundy says, quote, "I don't even think he was American," end quote, a reference to the common misconception that he is actually Australian. Although Gibson was born in the US, the belief persists that he's Australian. This is a claymation adventure from the creator of Wallace and Gromit, featuring chickens as the main characters. Usher.
Chicken Run.
Yes. And of course, Mel Gibson's voice appears in this claymation movie. And Usher, you get to choose.
Animal movies for 30, please.
Animal movies for 30 points. Whales are not as charismatic as dogs, nor as easily trained, and they cannot be hugged. Yet, when a boy learns, Hayjay.
Grand Blue.
Usher.
Free Willy.
You didn't even let me finish the question, but yes. Did you know that whales only jump over things when they know how deep the water is on the other side? So the last scene of Free Willy, where he jumps over the dock, it never could have happened actually in real life because he didn't know how deep the water was. But it's very interesting. Michael Jackson's Will You Be There was a popular hit song from the movie's soundtrack. And I know, Hayjay, that you knew the answer, but you just didn't get the right one, the name at the last moment. Usher, you get to choose.
We'll go for animal movies for 40, please.
Animal movies for 40 points. The Newton family live in their comfortable home, but there seems to be something missing. This hole in their lives is filled by a small puppy who walks into their lives. This movie shows how a cute little puppy can cause much trouble with growth, especially since he grows to be a huge Saint Bernard. Hayjay.
Beethoven.
Yes. And of course, that's the name of the dog and the title of the movie. And Hayjay, it's good to see you on the board, and you get to choose.
Okay, meaningful numbers for 50 points, please.
Sure, closing out the category of meaningful numbers, 50 points. The golden section is a division of a line segment into 2 segments, such that the ratio of the original segment to the larger division is equal to the ratio of the larger division to the smaller division. Its proportions have long been considered the most attractive to the eye. This structure is noted for its simplicity of design and the harmony of its proportions. This is the ancient Greek temple dedicated to the goddess Athena on the Acropolis. Hayjay.
Venus.
Usher, I will finish the question. It's your chance to answer. On the Acropolis in Athens, what is this structure? Usher, 5 seconds. Usher.
Golden structure.
Okay, let's think about this carefully. I know you all know this building. This building is dedicated to the goddess Athena, and it is on the Acropolis in Athens. Think, probably the most famous building on the Acropolis. This is one we all know. Built by the principles of the Golden Section. When we think Athens, when we think Usher.
Colosseum.
Hayjay, 5 seconds. Oh, we were looking for Parthenon. Yes, well, and I get to choose. I will go with Political Mind for 10 points.
For 10 points. On February 25th, Roh Moo-hyun was inaugurated as president in Korea. There were several changes made at this inauguration. A new insignia of a drum, which was sued as a means to plead to the government in the past, was selected. And also, members of the general public will be allowed to sit on the stands during the ceremony. How long is the term of the president, Roh Moo-hyun, according to the current constitution?
Hayjay.
5.
5 years, yes. And Hayjay, you are just 30 points behind, and you get to choose.
Okay, brothers for 40 points.
Brothers for 40 points.
40 points. The genius can open a window onto a secret garden only to find himself trapped in a maze of his own making. If genius is Vincent van Gogh's expressivity through color, then it's also his brother supporting that expressivity financially and emotionally. Vincent received money from his brother and in return sent him his paintings and letters. This person died just 6 months after his brother's suicide, who is this art dealer and collector who was Vincent van Gogh's brother.
Vincent van Gogh's brother. There's actually a novel that was written based on their relationship. It's Vincent's brother, so make a guess. I'll give you guys 5 seconds. We're looking for Theo Van Gogh. And yes, and so I get to choose again. I will go with a work of art for 10 points.
Hello, I'm Jung Jae-ho, and I work for Seoul Auction. People mostly think of expensive things when they think of auctions, but that's not true. The worth of an item is not in its initial price, but its own unique rareness that it achieves through time. I hope things that you own and cherish will someday become a priceless treasure. Shall we start with today's questions? An aggressive marketing campaign that promoted this company as a mainstream holiday shopping site contributed to its accelerated growth. Founded in 1995, this is the world's online marketplace for the sale of goods and services by a diverse community of individuals.
Hayjay.
Amazon?
Usher, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Businesses. What is the name of the world's largest online auction site?
Usher, 5 seconds. Hayjay.
eBay?
Yes. And of course, it's under Korea's auction. And Hayjay, you get to choose.
Okay, work of art for 20, please.
Work of art for 20 points.
Do you keep old letters? In an online auction administered by Seoul Auction on January 24th, a letter written by this person sold for 3.33 million won. This pen-written letter was sold for the highest price of all his auctioned letters. It was sent to Kim Sang-bok, then President.
Usher.
김구?
Hayjay, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Of Korea Electric Power Corporation on July 10th, 1971. Who is the former Korean president who wrote this letter?
Hayjay, 5 seconds. Hayjay?
박정희?
And with that, Hayjay, you have even the score. 530 is even across the board, and you get to choose.
Work of art for 30, please.
Work of art for 30 points.
On March 11th, 1744, Samuel Baker, founder of this company, held the first ever sale under his own name. On Napoleon's death, the books the French emperor had taken with him into exile on St. Helena were sent to this company for sale. This company is not just one of the oldest fine art auctioneers in the world, but also now the largest. Christie's and this have long held a lock on the auction world. What is the name of this company?
Of the two representative companies you know, he mentioned Christie's, so that's not it. There's just one more. Hayjay.
Sotheby?
Yes, Sotheby's. Have a little more confidence, Hayjay team. You've taken the lead, 560 points, and you get to choose.
All right, let's go to the political mind for 20, please.
Sure, political mind for 20 points.
For 20 points. In 1812, the governor encouraged the Massachusetts legislature to create a voting district so narrow and so convoluted that a political cartoonist depicted the area as the shape of a salamander. The cartoonist Elkanah Tinsdale called the district this, and within the year, the term was widely used to describe attempts to manipulate the shape of voting districts for political gain. What is this term?
Okay, why don't I give you a hint? Try to mix the governor's name, Eldridge Jerry, and salamander. 5 seconds, everybody. We were looking for gerrymandering. Gerrymandering is, I'm sure, something you know, but didn't come to mind at the moment. Why don't we go with political mind for 30 points now?
Okay, for 30 points. This question is a multiple choice, so each team will only have one chance to answer. German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck once confessed that politics is not a blank, but a blank. Perhaps that explains some of the colorful and often abstract words and phrases used in politics. What are the two words that fit into the blanks? 1, ideal, reality. Number 2, science, art. Number 3, nature, society. Number 4, peace, war.
Hayjay.
Number 1.
Usher, 5 seconds. Usher.
Number 4.
No, actually, he actually said that politics is not a science, but an art. And that is the quote that we were looking for. Why don't we actually go towards try out animal movies for 50 points. The poster for this movie said, "These animals is coming," irritating English teachers worldwide. This film does not finish with the usual "The End" title because the director wanted to give the impression of unending terror. In the movie, these animals suddenly attacked people in increasing numbers and with increasing viciousness. The main actress was actually cut in the face by this animal. What is this animal? Usher?
Jurassic Park.
Hayjay, it's your chance to answer and I'll finish the question. What is this animal? An object of fear and also the title of this movie by Alfred Hitchcock. Hayjay.
Bird.
Yes, birds. And Hayjay, you are increasing your lead. You get to choose.
Okay. Let's close Brothers for 50. Okay.
Sure, Brothers, 450 points.
450 points. This novel's plot centers on the murder of a greedy and cynical old man, Fyodor. He has 3 sons, Dmitri, who is passionate and emotional, Ivan, a detached intellectual, and
Usher.
Karamazov.
Yes. And of course, we counted that right because our question ends. What is the name of the brothers in the title The Brothers Blank? And you gave Karamazov, and of course the book's name is The Brothers Karamazov. And it is the Russian book by Dostoevsky. And Usher, it's good to see you on the board, and you get to choose.
Political mind for 40, please.
Political mind for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. This was originally an 18th century import from Britain, meaning a bankrupt businessman having lost all of his money. By the 1830s, this phrase was used to label politically bankrupt politicians. By the 20th century, in the US, this phrase had come to describe an elected official or group left seemingly powerless with clipped wings, as it were, after a successor had been elected but has not yet taken over. What is this phrase?
This phrase refers to a bird without the ability to fly.
It's what you would call President Kim Dae-jung right after Roh Moo-hyun was elected.
Hayjay.
Lame duck?
Yes. And Hayjay, you get to choose.
All right, the next question is a political mind for 50, please.
Closing out the category, political mind for 50 points.
Okay, 50 points. Often a liberal is considered to be left-wing and a conservative right-wing. It describes the seating arrangement in France. At the French National Assembly, members of the First Estate, we're talking about history here, members of the First Estate, the conservative clergy, sat on the right side of the king, while members of the Third Estate, the commoners, including Jacobin radicals, who sought to change the political regime, sat on the left side. What is the historical event that has to do with the origin of these terms?
The event began in 1789. That makes things easy. Usher?
The French Revolution.
And of course, we just have one more question on the board. We have work of art for 50 points.
Last year, a painting from a series which has not been seen in public for 77 years has sold for more than $20 million at an auction. It became the most expensive painting to be sold in London last year. This artist planted a water garden. Water lily filled the pond and was a frequent subject of his paintings. The picture sold last year is also one out of his famous water lily series. He is a leading figure of Impressionism. Who is this French painter?
Usher.
Monet.
Yes. And with that, congratulations, Usher. And with that, Usher, you make it to our next game. You have won. First win. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Wow, this is a very close game. We had the points going back and forth. Hayjay, you put up a good fight to the end. It was just the last question that decided that Usher won. And so I know that there are supporters back home. What would you like to say?
First, thank you for inviting us, and yeah, thank you for inviting these directors and you guys, and we really enjoyed this time. Yeah, hope you guys next time.
Thank you very much, and well, I hope you continue to enjoy the Contenders.
Okay. Yeah.
And now, Usher team, you've marked your first win. How far do your ambitions go?
Well, we're just modest. We'll just try our best.
Ah, yeah. Okay. All right. Then we'll be seeing you again next week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And with that, we have a new one-time winner. We'll see you again next week, same time. Bye-bye.